All right, Shalom. I'm just like back again real quick. Just gonna go through all right, just all the translations in all right, Greek, all right, for that word hell. Or all right, we have let's see. All right, there's Gehenna, all right, Tartarus, all right, which is from like Greek mythology. All right, but we're just gonna go through a few of these. All right, and the first one is entry 86, all right, which is Hades. All right, so you have all right, you have the words Tartarus, Hades, and Gehenna as translations in the Greek. All right, and this is Greek. You can probably do this on the blue letter as well. All right, it's kind of blurry. All right, but all right, there we go. Awesome. All right, entry 86. All right, Hades. All right. Okay, Hades. All right, unseen. All right, that's another thing, as far as like if you go through like a graveyard, like you see like the plot of land, you see like the tombstone, you just don't see like the body or the coffin or anything like that. All right, Hades, or the place, state of departed souls, grave, hell. All right, so it's just all right, state of departed souls. All right, and then it says hell. All right, but we know what they teach that that's a place for like the wicked. All right, but this entry right here, this portion of the entries just says like it's just the place of departed souls. All right, so there's no connotation as far as that's just in Greek mythology, that was just like it'd be like a place that kind of like resembled like the Christian hell or whatever, because that's part of how they like adapted like all that kind of like with that bullshit basically. All right, but that was just where like everyone went where they died. And there were like punishments for people, like extra like wicked people, but like no matter whether you were good or evil, like that's where you would go. All right, and the next. All right, 1067. All right, Gehenna. And as you should know, all right, Gehenna, that's like the value of Hinnom, or that's it's basically a garbage dump, where you would or just burn like refuse, all right, and things of like that nature, or it's kind of it will kind of be like what's gonna happen as far as like the book of like Obadiah. It's that kind of it was like that kind of place like in the ancient world basically. All right, so it says, all right, Gehenna, all right, the valley of Jerus, are used figuratively. All right, you see that? All right, in parentheses, used figuratively as a name for the place or state of everlasting punishment. All right, so it's just like a just like a figure of speech basically. And the last one is all right, Tartarus. All right, and then Just as a side note, or like back in the day, there was this it's like one of the episodes of like Batman the Animated Series. All right, it was like there was this guy like he was like a bug out. He was like a super villain, and his whole thing was, he thought he was like Zeus. And I guess like like one of his enemies, he was like to the depths of Tartarus with you. All right, so because he got obsessed with that like Greek mythology. Of course, it says like the deepest abyss of Hades. All right, to incarcerate in an eternal torment, cast down to hell. All right. And of course, you gotta like sift like the meat from the bones and things like that. All right. All right, and then and just as a side note, part of that like Baptist doctrine. I remember it's like I overheard like one time that like if a baby like dies like stillborn, like they teach that since it'll like end up like going to hell, right? Because it never got a chance to be like baptized and all that. All right, but all right, let's see what Job has to say. All right, Job 3:12. Why did the knees not prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now I should have lied still and been quiet. I should have slept, or then had I been at rest, with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or as in hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw sight. There the weak wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. All right, so it also says like the wicked cease from like troubling. All right, because or you should know by the scriptures, if someone's like evil or wicked, or the Lord's the one who put that spirit on them. So they're actually everyone whether on the left or the right hand side, all right, is doing the will of our Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Or and that's another thing, and that's another like aspect of sound doctrine that like this whole thing about hell, it just like cuts that out. All right, because whether someone's like righteous, so-called righteous, or wicked, or everyone is fulfilling like the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Or this doctrine in general, it's just all right. It does or it just goes against like the will of the Heavenly Father. As far as like nations being into slavery. I mean, all right, as far as or let's see, as far as like all Israel being saved, are ye sons of Jacob not being consumed? It's like Lord, I'm gonna say shalom for now, but this is gonna have to be a continual series. All right, shalom.